Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Cassie. I talk about video games, do video game reviews, unboxings, and all sorts of other video game related topics. And I'm back again. It's been like 6 months since I've had a video that I've uploaded. Maybe a little bit longer, and I'm sorry. It's just, sometimes it takes a lot of effort and time and motivation to really get YouTube videos up and stuff. So yeah, I apologize, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll continue to do this for a while. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But I have things I want to talk about, like video games and the games that are coming out and what I'm most excited for. So this video is just basically just going to be 5 games that I'm looking forward to that come out the later half of this year. I know there's a ton more for next year, but I'm gonna leave those for maybe like a video at the beginning of the year or something. So yeah, today is actually Friday the 6th, so my most anticipated game of the year comes out today. It's actually in delivery right now, so hopefully it'll be here soon. I got the controller already, super ready to go. That is Astrobot, and just like I predicted that it would get a 94 on Metacritic, and it did. And I really loved Astro's Playroom. I don't have a VR headset, so I've never played the rescue mission game at all. But I'm a fan of 3D platformers. Banjo-Kazooie was the first game that my parents got me when I was a kid. I was a little late getting into everything, just because it took some convincing to get them to get me a system. So, I'd go over to friends' houses and stuff and play, like Donkey Kong Country and stuff. But anyway, yeah, so I'm a big platformer fan. And I really hope that this kind of paves the way for more 3D platformers and collectathons to release again. Um, for a while, I've heard and seen people say, people are not looking for 3D platformers anymore. They don't want them. And I think that's entirely false. Look at it. Mario is a 3D platformer, a 2D platformer. People love, these are 2D style, but Metroidvanias, which are essentially like 2D platformers to a degree. And, people love platformers, and we don't get enough of them, especially the 3D ones anymore. Besides Mario, really. They could bring back Banjo-Kazooie. They could bring back Spyro. They could add new ones. Tinykin was really fun. I really liked that game a lot. And Super Lucky's Tale was pretty good too. So, I think hopefully this proves, as long as it does well on the consumer side, it's obviously doing very well on the reviewer side. That other companies will start looking into this and maybe think about doing more of these games again, because they're always a joy to play. Astro's Playroom was only about 3 hours long, and initially I thought it was just going to be like a tech demo, which it basically is, but it's more than that. It's a really good game. It was really fun to platinum. There's a lot of nostalgia, throwbacks to all of PlayStation's history with all different types of games and stuff. And I don't know, it just was a real joy to play. And Astrobot is supposed to be around 10 hours long, so I think this is going to be just as good, if not better, than Playroom. People are already saying it's better than Odyssey or Galaxy, which is kind of crazy. I'm not the biggest Mario fan, but I know people really, really love Odyssey. And I liked Odyssey quite a bit. But um, yeah, like, I think we need more of these types of games. They're charming, and I don't know. Speaking of which, this is kind of in the same sort of, cozy, joyous experience. The Plucky Squire releases in like 2 weeks, I think. But it's day one on PlayStation Plus, extra, premium, whatever. Um, this is being published by Devolver Digital, and I don't remember who the developer is, but it's their first game, and it's essentially like your character in a storybook. It's a platformer and adventure type game, um, but the storybook is like 2D, and then when the character jumps out of the storybook, it turns into 3D, and it goes back and forth. And it just looks so cool. Like, I haven't seen any games do anything like that. Devolver always publishes amazing games. As far as what I've played from them, like, I don't know, it's always quality. So I think they're my favorite, like, indie developer, or not developer, but publisher. I like Annapurna as well, but there's hits and misses with Annapurna for me. So yeah, I cannot wait for this game. I also pre-ordered the physical edition, even though it doesn't release until like January, February, because I just know I'm gonna love this game. And the physical copy comes with, I got the deluxe edition, so it comes with like a book, like the storybook, and the art book or whatever, and I think the soundtrack. But yeah, I'm super, super excited. I think this is my second most anticipated game next to Astrobot. It could do just as well, to be quite honest. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was in the 90s on Metacritic as well when it releases. So, if you have PlayStation Plus, it's going to release on everything, I think, even Switch. So, in, the next couple of weeks, put this on your radar. Go look up some like videos and stuff on it, because it looks super unique and it looks really cool. And I don't think anybody should sleep on that. So yeah, support your indies as well, because quite honestly, a lot of the time lately, indie games, double A's, they've been hitting harder than those AAA games. They have a lot more heart. They're not as pressed for time as some of these AAA studios are, with their publishers kind of, standing over their shoulder all the time, telling them they need to hurry up or whatever, and then laying off a bunch of people. Like, I think a lot of the best games in the recent years have been indies. So just because they have less budget does not mean that they are bad or not as high quality. So definitely check them out sometimes. There's tons of games that started indie and ended up AAA. Like Minecraft, for example, was an indie. And then it turned into being as big as it is, and now there's a movie with Jack Black, which does not look good. I'm not gonna lie. Looks stupid. It's gonna be as bad as Borderlands, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, so next one, I don't really have an order for the rest of these. These are pretty equal. Astrobot and the Plucky Squire are definitely my top two. But Life is Strange Double Exposure. Now, this is by Deck 9. It is not by Don't Nod, which True Colors was also by Deck 9, which I really liked that one. I did not really like Life is Strange 2, but I've been there since day one with Max and Life is Strange, the very first one. I love the first game so much. It's probably one of the most emotional experiences I've had with a video game. I don't know that I'd say it's my top, but it's definitely up there. And Life is Strange Double Exposure, we finally get Max as a playable character again. Now, I think she's like in her 20s now, and I don't see Chloe, but I feel like Chloe's going to show up at some point or be, I don't know, talked about, you know. I mean, we also have Don't Nod's also coming out with the other game that's kind of like Life is Strange, and I think that comes out either later this year or it comes out early next year, and I'll be playing that day one as well. And then we've got Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which actually comes out this month. And this looks really cool. I kind of fell off with Breath of the Wild for some reason. I do like it. It's just, I don't know what it is that it doesn't pull me in as much as I would like it to. And I still haven't finished Breath of the Wild. I have not started Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I don't know. And I didn't really play 2D Zelda. I loved Ocarina of Time. I loved Wind Waker. I liked Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass. I liked those. And then, of course, like Twilight Princess. But in Skyward Sword, it was okay. Like, I wouldn't say it was, like, great. I didn't play too much of it, but, yeah, I did like Link's Awakening for the most part. It had some, like, technical issues, but this is really exciting because you finally get to play as Zelda. I hope that the combat is as good, but there's a lot of previews that I've just listened to, like Kind of Funny. Some people got some hands-on at PAX. It wasn't free for all at PAX. It was kind of like a private thing, but which I didn't get to go to this year, which sucks, but that's fine. They got some hands-on, and they say it's really, really good so far, and they're back to normal dungeons, which is cool. It's got some more puzzles and stuff, and it looks charming. I like the style of it. I hope that they like continue to do different variations of Zelda, not just like Zelda as a character, but like the series as its own. And kind of branch off and not. I think they said that Breath of the Wild, that kind of thing is done now. But we'll see how it goes. I haven't really been playing my Switch a lot lately because I just I don't know. I never really feel like playing on my Switch for some reason. I don't know what it is. But I'm like super excited for the next consoles. I think sometimes there's, a lot of lag, especially like when I'm in the shop, the eShop and stuff, and like trying to do things, and I don't know. My system's old and it's time to upgrade, I guess. And then my 5th most anticipated game for the rest of this year, as far as I know, I mean, there's others as well, but Metaphor ReFantazio, I think it's Fantasio, but I don't know. This is from the creators of the people that worked on Persona 5 and I think 4, and it's more of a kind of like a fantasy type setting, so that's really interesting. I don't know. I guess there's like no high school and stuff. It's just gonna be completely different, but like same sort of style in ways. There's been some hands-on previews with some reviewers and stuff on this as well, and they're highly praising it. I love Persona 5. It's so good. Persona 4 also, like I played like 100 hours I played through the entire game within a month, and I don't do that. Like it takes me a month to play most 30-hour games, so yeah, I don't know. Persona 3 Reload, although Persona 3 FES was my first introduction into Persona, I never did finish it when I was younger. I was like right out of high school when that came out, and I really liked it back then. But for some reason, Persona 3 Reload is a great remake of the game, but I think the game on its own just does not like hold up to Persona 5. Tartarus is not nearly as interesting as, you know, all the different palaces, and I don't know. That's just me, but I'm super excited for Metaphor. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, so those are my most anticipated games. I've also been playing some Steam demos, like since the Steam Next Fest went on, and there's several games that I'd like to shout out, and maybe I'll do that in the next video if it's not like a review on Astrobot, which it probably will be. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.